Okay. Okay. That is a weird orientation. Just saying. Is it lagging for you, baby? Oh. Because I'm going to have to use my laptop here to be able to see anybody chatting. All right, now do you hear it? Because I turned the sound off on my laptop. There's like a big delay. Can you hear it now? Can you hear the playback? Okay, good. There's like, from the time I asked that to the time you responded, took a long hot minute. That's all right, baby. Don't you worry about that. So I tried it with the laptop, but it wouldn't ever load. It just said going live, but I couldn't tell if I was live or not. Were you on here then? Oh, okay. It kept doing the circle on my end on my laptop. So I'm gonna have to. I might have to figure out some software on the laptop to make it work. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I see there's 4 people in here. I don't know if that's legit or not, but if y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up or something. I don't know how to do a moderator mode either. Okay, that's not that bad of a delay. Okay. But I have a lot worse delay from the. Can you turn that down? I have a lot worse delay.
Just when it's side,
Hey,
like,
Brandy.
when it's side like that,
Uh-huh.
it's landscape mode. So it comes up the chat like this.
Okay.
But if you do it like that to you can read the chat.
Oh. Not from way up there. You know I'm blind as a bat. If y'all don't know, Gemini Man is my husband, and he's trying to help me here. Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Is that obvious? Hey, baby, Brandy's in here. All right, so let's see. I'm just wondering if it would be better for me to flip it up. What does it change anything on y'all's end?
Yeah.
Is it better for me to be vertical versus landscape?
Because for us, it'd be like that. But see, we'd have to do this and the chat on the side.
What if I was on vertical?
No, you're in landscape like that.
But you're seeing it at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, if I hold it like that.
You're not making any sense, baby. I'm asking you, which is better for me to have it? Brandy. Oh, awesome. Wait, you just parked? I thought you were doing nights, darling. What I'm wondering though is if it's better for me to be up and down versus.
You can, if there was a way you could have that closer, you could flip it up like that, where you can read the chat and zoom it in to you.
Possible. I'm not going to be on here a super long time because I just basically wanted to try to get an idea of what this. Oh, okay. Well, that must bite a big one because when Mike was able to work, when Jim and I was able to work, he did the, what is that? Rotating shifts. And it was very hard for him to get on a steady schedule. Do you find that too? With them flipping your driving schedule?
Make me a manager mod. Give me a reach.
How do I do that?
You should have the little buttons up top.
What button?
It'll be on your phone.
Oh, well, I can't see the thing on my phone.
Well, you can do it later.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. That's the way it was with my sons. They really didn't care as long as the freight got from point A to point B. They didn't care what they did and how much they made the boys drive. I mean, it's good money, but you have to put up with a lot of crap, huh? All right. All right, I'm going to flip y'all and let me see if I can do that. My husband said, well, nope, that's not the right way. That's not the right button. I did warn y'all in the headline of this, me and technology are gonna, so far technology's winning. Well, this is cool. But I have to ask, now I know when I tried on the laptop here that it just kept saying upcoming and the connection was really crappy. Squirrels. Yeah, baby, I definitely got squirrels. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to grab my little squirrel that I crocheted. But anyway, yeah, you made me do a squirrel moment then, baby. What I was going to say, the connection, it said it was a really bad connection on my laptop. So I'm wondering if it's using my phone data with my phone. But see, I didn't know if it would make it to do available for anyone on Facebook or just my subscribers. Sorry, y'all. I ate right before I came on here. That was smart thinking, wasn't it? You're right, Brandy. Some people just show their squirrels. I'm proud of my squirrels. But I was hoping to not have to do it on my phone. Oh, Brandy, Never mind. You told me to wait, so I'm gonna wait. But I could use some advice if anybody wants to give me some advice. I have my grandson put his opinion in, and my daughter-in-law put her opinion in, and I still have a favorite that is different from their opinion. So how long do you have before you have to oh wait, you just said you parked. Now, are you parked for the day, Brandy? Uh-oh. Better plug my laptop in real quick before it dies on me. Oh, yeah. Okay, I have a question for you. And I never thought to ask the boys this question. Oh, I guess no, never mind. Never mind. That was a stupid question. I was about to say, what if you change time zones? But you cannot drive during that 10 hours, so that was a mute point. Never mind. Never mind. I may dye my hair, but it is brown. Did y'all hear that? My little notification. It's the Bewitched, you know, when Samantha used to twinkle her nose. Yeah. That's my text notification. All right. So, I'm trying to pick up this fabric so that I can show you. Which one looks better? Ah! It's about to fall out of my hands, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I love to Bewitched. I think they had a new version out, but I never really watched it, so I don't know if it was any good or not. Light or dark? I'm struggling. I am struggling. Both will work. One just looks better than the other. Ha! See, thank you, Brandy. See, I noticed Gemini's not speaking up. Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be hot, but thankfully, since it's so overcast and cloudy and rainy and stormy, it's not. I can do without my AC. Now, that will be an adventure if I have to try to do a live on a hot day. Like, we over here with a little mini fan, you know? You know, those little Mister fans? You know what I'm talking about? It's a little handheld fan and it has a little canister underneath it that holds the water. Yep. Now, Brandy, tell me this. Are you having any lagging from me? Okay. Well, good. Oh, so you've had one of those little things? Are they noisy? Because I might have to get one. Not only when I'm if I want to try to do another live, but if I want to try to film another hot day. One day I was in here trying to film and it was like, oh, well, never mind. Oh, you said no, it was not really that loud. Okay. Um, because I was dying in here. It was so miserable. So I had to open the door, and you could hear a lot of stuff in the background just by me having the door open. And I was like, yeah, no, I really don't want to have to do that again. So as long as they're not that loud, I can try one. I think they have them at Walmart. Hey, Melissa. Wait, no, that's not how you say that. Do you accent the IA? I was gonna try to oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad y'all actually made it on here. I mean, I was taking a chance last minute type situation, but like I said in one of the videos earlier, that I was going to try to get on here just to give it a shot to see if any of my software worked. Which, to be fair, the laptop part didn't work. Tone on your AC? Okay, I could do that. Huh. It's loud now. So if you have you might want to have your volume ready on your phone. Let's see if that's bad. I mean, I'm gonna turn it off because it's not cold enough in here right now. I mean, hot enough in here right now. Can you hear me over it? Because I got a big mouth. Y'all could be my test guinea pigs. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to actually get a schedule going to where I can do it. Okay. Is it annoying? I feel like I am talking a little louder just to compensate for that thing being on. And I need to figure out okay, good. I'm actually seeing y'all pop up over here on my screen, and I can actually see it. So I might be able to just ditch the laptop. Good deal. Now, if I could just figure out how to actually, it sounds like a waterfall in here, baby. It's like, because I guess with the rain, we got a lot of hard rain last night and this morning, so it might have some water in there. So that might be why it sounds like a waterfall. Okay, all right. You get to hear me say it, so you tell me if I am saying it right, okay? Is it Mirin? Y'all, I have been trying to say her name right from the very first time she sent me the email telling me what her name was. So there's a delay, so I'm trying to give her time to be able to answer me. All right, and now that you two are actually here, I'm going to... Oh, poo. Because you said it with the W like a wren. Me wren. Like my wren bird. Me wren. The wren is our state bird here in South Carolina, so that's why I was thinking about that. How it's pronounced. Okay, so I want to get y'all's opinion. Brandy has told me hers, because I was cutting this earlier, but we had to take my husband and my grandson to go get haircuts, so I stopped cutting, and I'm glad I did because I couldn't decide on this. Alright, knee ren. Okay, so this is a coffee fabric that I just got, and I am wanting to know, what do y'all think? Light or dark? And the color is showing almost perfect. Ooh. Did I just pause? Dark? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Okay. Why not do the dark on bottom and the light on top? Hey, Grace! That actually is not a bad idea. You like that? I thought that was pretty. I'm wanting to say it was Christina that asked me. No. Might have been Beth Ann that asked me if I had any coffee or chocolate fabric. I can't remember. But yeah, Grace, I kind of like that idea. Because that way it can go either way. You know what I might do? I might cut the top and bottom out of both colors and do that. Just do the light on the top and the bottom on the dark on the bottom, you know, laid out instead of before I actually sew it. That way I can actually get a good idea. But yeah, I kind of like that idea. Because it would be... Nah. Let's see if I can do it this way. Nope, that's not going to work. Maybe. Something like that. Of course, it won't be, you know, as big as that. Because the drawstring is not going to... The drawstring sleeve is not that big. But I definitely might try that. Thank you. I appreciate that suggestion. Alright. Well, now... Oh! I couldn't decide on this one. Still prefer the dark. I hear you. The dark was my pick, but my grandson and my daughter-in-law were choosing the light, and I was like, I don't know about all that. But now y'all are seeing this a little bit before because I just recorded the video for Monday, so that I could get these actually cut up and started. But I showed this in the video that y'all are going to see Monday. The little kitty cats. And it was actually in... Do what now? Yeah, I probably will. I probably will do one of each on that coffee one. But in Thursday's video, while I was in Hobby Lobby, while I was in Michael's, I think it was, y'all saw me put this one in, so you already knew that I was doing it. It is, I love this cat. So I already have somebody asking me if I will make them a bag in this. So these will be my two colors. I'm doing two bags. One in the purple and one in the blue. But it's so perfect because the blue fits the flowers in the thing. But I'm gonna show y'all that. Look. Look at the little kitty cat's butterfly wings. Oh, it's not showing up that purple. I mean, that is like, actually that is. Yeah, see? But y'all know, I mean, blue and purple are both my favorite colors. And I thought, yep, if I can't decide, I'm going to do both. So it makes sense that I'd do both in this and do both. Well, thank you. The purple is definitely, okay. Purple is winning hands down. Thank y'all. See, y'all just make this so easy and fun. Maybe that's what I need to do. Come on, instead of doing a post down there. Just do like a live just for opinions on what colors. Because there's times to where I struggle. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna turn this thing off. This is getting a little cool on my legs. All right, I'm back. But yeah, at least I know that I can use it on a really hot day. I have a stitch one too. You want to see it? Oh. Now, there was 3 colors that me and my grandson were looking at with this one. And him and I finally decided that this color works. All right, so I'm going to show you the stitch fabric. I'm worried about her. Skittles is she's still going down on her back end. It's not constant, but she doesn't have as good, of mobility back there. The thing that I'm worried about the most, and that I actually do need to call the vet about, is she's not pooping. There's only pee-pee in her litter box, so it's kind of scaring me, because when my mom passed away, she got septic because she could no longer poop, and it started coming back up, and then she started vomiting bile, or yeah, you know. So Skittles has me worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrified. But I'm not ready to say bye. You know, I'm just not ready. But for the stitch thing, look at that. What do you think? Actually, it doesn't look like it matches as much on this. Sorry, I had to get off Skittles because, hey, Candy. I had to stop talking about Skittles, because if I don't, y'all will have me bawling like a baby on here. I will just cry. See, I'm wondering if that's showing that beautiful bright color. You like that one? Well, it was either this color, yellow, or teal. And all 3 looked pretty decent, but there's a whole lot of teal going on here anyway. And there's not a whole lot of yellow. I mean, there is yellow in the pineapples. But I was like, Brantley, we were looking at the 3 colors this morning, and I said, what do you like best? And he said, the yellow. I said, of course, baby. I know you would pick yellow. So I said, all right, so there's too much teal. So I took the teal away, and I said, what do you like best about these 2? And he says, well, I like the yellow because of the pineapple. He said, but the flowers, this color matches the flowers. I said, yep, it does. So he thought just like you, Brandy. I think it would too, Mirin, because but I'm scared because that yellow is such a light color. I'm scared that it will get way too dirty. Because I don't know about y'all, but my project bag, most of the time it hangs on my wrist because of the drawstrings. But like if I'm in the car or something, I'll sit it on the floor. Yeah. And car mats are, even though we try to keep them clean, we live on a half-mile dirt driveway. So there is sand and dust and everything that gets in my car. So I'm kind of scared to try the yellow. It is beautiful though. In fact, it's the same yellow that I did on those pansy bags. I don't know if y'all remember how bright that yellow was. Oh, but if y'all have kitties of any kind, or you know something that can help her go potty, I would appreciate the heads up. I'm gonna do as much research as I can because when I was cleaning her box last night, I was like, she still has not pooped. Okay, Gina. Hey, Gina. Yeah, it is bright, Brandy. All right, let's see. Okay. Um, Hobby Lobby carries fleece. I don't know if it's Blizzard fleece or not because anti-peel and Blizzard, like anti-peel is here and Blizzard is here, and then the Happy Value version was here. So the Hobby Lobby version might be very comparable to the Blizzard. And thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. Me too, Candy, because you know what? I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Um, I don't know when you got in here, but I had tried it on my laptop and it just kept the little status circle just kept going and going and going and going. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to go live. And so I didn't want to try the phone because I was scared that it would broadcast it all to YouTube. But since I went horizontal instead of vertical, I think that went just to my subscribers. Maybe. See. I haven't gotten any trolls. And my husband's in here and he told me I could make him a moderator, but I don't see where I can do that. Okay. My daughter-in-law actually hadn't been long bought some Miralax, so I might run down there and grab some from her. Sadly, she was eating just mainly wet food. We had her hard food, her dry food out, but she really wasn't eating it because we were feeding her the wet food. And she got to where she wasn't even eating that. What she did eat, she was throwing right back up. So we went with just canned Star-Kissed tuna, and she's eating that. So I can mix the Miralax with that. Thank you. I'll try that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you didn't hear me talk about that, Candy. But yeah, the status bar, it said it was the connection was too slow, so I was able to actually do it on my phone, thankfully. See, the bad part about this is if I don't read your chat fast enough, it disappears off my phone, so I have to look down here at my laptop. So if I keep looking down, I'm sorry, y'all. That's why I'm doing it. Oh, you're more than welcome, Gina. Um, I was actually surprised at how much fleece Hobby Lobby had. Um, because I didn't really see. I think that they had gotten a little more stock in their fabric, but they hadn't expanded the space, so it was really really hard for me to tell because last time I was in Hobby Lobby was like before COVID. I ordered that stuff online to try it out, their fabric, but yeah, I've not been in the store in a hot minute. Pureed pumpkin. Okay. Well, now we're getting in the time of year to where pumpkins should be available. Are you talking about like a canned pumpkin? But that's pie filling, right? But I should be able to get my hands on a fresh pumpkin. We would give those to the chickens to get after Halloween. Give the pumpkins to the chickens. All right, I lied. I'm gonna have to turn it on. Was the AC bothering anybody? Just tell me now, because if it was, I will open up the door and see if I can't get that in. Okay, I'll look. I'll look there. All right. Thank you, Melissa. Because it is getting a little warm in here. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. My face just got really, really hot. Well, you know, I am of a certain age, so it could be hot flashes too. A teaspoon amount? Okay. Now, are you talking about maybe giving that to her straight or mixed in with her food like Melissa was talking about with the Miralax? Wow. Well, you said, Brandy, that the other town was so far away. Well, I hate that. The only thing, and this is a matter of personal opinion, and this isn't the politics of all that, but okay, I'll try that. Yeah, hot flashes aren't. Yeah, they're not a joke. But the one thing about Hobby Lobby that bothers me is because I like a wide variety of different yarn companies, and the Hobby Lobby just wants us to have, I love this cotton, I love this yarn, and Crafter Secret. I mean, they did have that one little bitty bitty 4-foot section on the very top thing of the lion brand. Well, mine unfortunately has been there for, you know, a long hot minute because I had all that stuff done when I was like 29 years old. The boys were 4 or 5 years old, and they had to take everything. So I've been doing that for about 20 years, but I very rarely have hot flashes to where, I mean, I feel like my cheeks are on fire. They do. They feel like they're on fire. Well, of course it's not that far for you because, I mean, do you notice, Brandy, about how when you are at home and you have to drive a distance, you're like, oh, that's nothing because of what you do. I mean, you drive so far on a daily basis. You're like, an hour, 2 hours? Oh, that's nothing. Oh, yeah, I see that. Never mind. I see the tail end of your sentence. Sorry. But, you know, the boys haven't driven. Adam stopped driving in 2020, and Austin stopped driving in 21. But they're still the same way. If they have to drive for work, they're like, oh, it's only an hour, hour and a half down the road, or they have to go. And recently they went up 4 hours away, 3 hours away. They're like, oh, it's nothing. We can do that and turn around and do the work and come back that same night. And I'm like, what? How are you going to do that and still be awake? But, yeah. Holy crap, Brandy. Cheesy Pete. Now, are you owner-operator on your rig, or is it a company rig? Yeah, just a day trip. That is insane. Okay, good, good. That way you putting the mileage on their rig and not yours. Um, I want to say, now this is on my personal little Toyota Camry that I have out there. I put on, I want to say 100 in 2 years. That's 50,000 miles in a year in a car. I'm like, But to be fair, that was about the time to where the boys were starting to learn to drive and they were using my car, and so it wasn't all me. Hopefully. Yeah. Well, Adam, the one that stopped driving in 21, he wanted to be an owner operator so he could control how far he went, when he could come home. But I told him, I said, it's not cheap, because not only do you have to fork out the money to buy the rig initially, but you have to do all the maintenance. I mean, yeah, no, I can't even imagine. Arkansas. Arkansas Razorbacks. Sorry, y'all. I do everything. Every state makes me think of a college football game. I can't help it, especially the ones that we play. East Coast. So how far, when you say Midwest, how far west do you go? Do you make it to Arizona, Utah, that type, or do you stay like under Kansas, like Texas, Kansas? I love this. I love being able to talk with y'all, like right now instead of just doing comments. I actually should have brought my knitting in here. Hey, babe, are you still on here? If so, bring me my knitting, please. Los, Los Lunas. Oh, okay. I went to Denver one time, and I think I was all of 9, 10 years old. South Carolina here. Candy's in Chicago, Illinois. Florida. Oh, what I was saying is, um, we went, okay, it was me, my mom, I say baby brother, but he's older than me. He's just the youngest of the boys. I'm the baby. But it was me, him, my mom, my mom's best friend, and there was some guy. I don't know who the guy was. I don't know if they met him out there or I just know. I forgot to tell you which one, huh? No. This is my crochet, but that's fine. My knitting is actually in the hanging up on that black rack in the little cherry blossom bag. See, my hubby's so sweet. He brought me something to keep myself company while I'm talking to y'all. I was going to ask you, because Hannah lives down in St. Petersburg, and we were having like triple digits up here, and I was thinking, there's no way anybody in Florida is going, oh, yep, that's much better. Thank you, baby. Oh, that's fine. You can, I'll take it out when I go out. I was wondering how bad, like the last week or two, it was in Florida. Asheville. Melissa, it is so stinking easy. Well, I say it's easy, but you're also talking to someone who learned on the internet with just blogs, because YouTube had not been created back at when I learned how to knit. So, but now that that YouTube's available, girl, it is easy. They will walk you step by step through it. And what I have noticed, though, I came from knitting to crochet, all right? But if you'll notice, I knit continental. So if you want to learn to knit, look up continental knitting, because you hold the yarn in your hand, your working yarn, like you do with crochet, and then you just flick it over your needle. Yeah, Miran was telling me about how Asheville was really really pretty, and we were passing by there. We didn't go to Asheville on our trip. He did come to the rescue. He's actually in chat. His handle is Gemini Man. But yeah, and I will tell you another thing, Melissa. If you ever want to try, now I would try. The first pattern I would recommend is Grandma's favorite dishcloth or washcloth, whatever. It's basically you're doing it on a diagonal and you're just knitting back and forth, and it creates what's called a garter stitch. That way, you have a useful item at the end, and yeah. Oh, cool. All right. There was a show about that, Gina, I think. Or am I thinking? Um, hold on. I'm wanting to say Tigeras. Is that how you say that, Gina, where you're from? And if you ever want to try, if you do get crazy, Melissa, and trust me, if you get the hang of knitting and you like it, these, this is my little sock, and they are addicting. This is that sugar sake yarn that I bought from Premier. It's all different, it's chocolate tones, honestly, or coffee tones. Oh, Candy, you are too sweet. But if you ever want to try it, another pattern for knit, and it's super easy for beginners, as long as you know how to knit and purl, and you'll find out how to knit on that Grandma's favorite washcloth, is it's called Easy Peasy Sock Pattern. Thank you. I love it. I don't have any, the only kind of brown sock I have is more fall, autumn toned, and I wanted something lighter to pair with like these, I don't know if y'all can see them, I'm wearing tan shorts. I don't have to be matchy-matchy, but I do kind of like my socks to have some color that I'm wearing. Los Lunas. Do you do a lot of Walmart runs, Brandy? No, I am needy. Don't let me say just kidding. I am needy. I need yarn. I need fabric. I need a workspace. I'm needy. Okay. Um, Adam worked for, it starts with an M. They drive a blue, Melton. Adam drove, well, they drove flatbeds. But he drove for Melton, and he went everywhere. He was OTR. Austin was more regional, and he drove for McElroy. He's flatbed too. But McElroy basically just like hit all the, mainly the Lowe's, that kind of stuff. There's, I think, 2 other places he did religiously. Yeah, see? I'm not, baby, I'm not the only needy one, okay? Okay. Well, when they were doing the driving school, Adam went for the best paying. So he went to Melton. Austin said he didn't want to do OTR, so he chose regional. And from what their instructor was saying, that McElroy was a good company. And I have to say, he might not have wanted to continue, but McElroy, they were top notch. Unfortunately, he rolled his rig back in December of 21. He wasn't hurt, thankfully. He had some scratches on the top of his head. The only thing that saved him in his rig, because it spiraled. As it went down the embankment, it spiraled. The only thing that saved him, because the cab was squished, but the headache rack on the back of it wouldn't let the back of the cab, so the cab kind of smushed like that, and that's the only thing that saved his life. I'm telling you that now. But after he wrecked that, they didn't call him back. They said that he had to be out, I think, for like 6 or 7 weeks, and while they did the investigation and all, and they didn't call him back. And he didn't push it. He said he was done. Wait a minute. I-40. That goes all the way from over here all the way over there. Is that the same I-40 that comes up through Asheville and all that? T-Hare? Yeah, me too. He called me on the way to the hospital in the ambulance and said, "Mom, I'm okay." And I'm like, "What's wrong? What?" But I'm glad he did get a hold of me, because when me, my husband, and my grandson pulled up to the accident site, I'm like, no. You wouldn't think anybody survived it, the way that truck looked. Okay. Now, see, I didn't know that. I knew, like, I-10 and I-20 went from coast to coast. No, I-10 doesn't go coast to coast, I don't think. I think I-10 starts in Louisiana or Texas. Okay, cool beans. Well, thank you. Now I know how to pronounce it. I'm big on trying to pronounce things right. Because there's sometimes in my videos to where I'm like, I'm probably butchering this. Oh, it is from Florida? Okay. Teach me my geography, Brandy. But I remember seeing it down in Texas, because it ran below 20 and like going toward El Paso and everything. But I couldn't remember seeing it, because when I drive from Texas or from Carolina, Georgia to Texas, it's all I-20. I mean, literally the entire way. Okay. So that means all of those east to west are coast to coast. I do remember that. All of the, like I-2, I-20, I-10, and all that goes east to west, and then, like the evens. And then the 95, 85, 75, they go north to west, north to south. Hey, Brandy. Ask Gemini how far Abilene is from... Hold on. What was it, Dallas, babe? Me, my mom, my husband, and my stepdad are all driving from here to Texas. Because they were living in Texas at the time and they'd come to see us. Well, we were driving back with them so that my mom could send home her car with us. And I think he said, how far? He said, oh, Abilene's only so and so miles to something, and I can't remember. And Jim and I was like, okay, so how far is that from here? And he said, it was funny. I can't remember exactly the way he said it, but he had a pretty good, like, 6-7 hours before we got to that point. And let me tell you, we drove out of Texas, and we left about 10 o'clock that night. And my husband said, I tell you what, you sleep, and I'll drive to the Texas border. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I woke up and the sun was coming up. And I said, where are we at? We're almost to the Texas border. He bit off so much more than he thought he was biting off, saying, oh, I'll drive to the Texas border. Because Texas ain't a joke. Texas is huge. T-hair. Ha! Cool beans. See, and you wouldn't get T-hair out of Tijeras. You just wouldn't get it. I know, baby. Never again. Hey, Tammy. Sweetheart, you know what? I was coming on here for 15 minutes just to test it. But you know, I should have known I wasn't going to do that. I don't get notified of, like, I follow Kelsey on Passionate Kelsey, and I don't get her notifications either, so I might have to try to schedule something. I don't know. Yeah, he said he's never taken the first stretch to get out of Texas again. Unfortunately, we never did go back before my mother passed away, so he didn't have to worry about it after that. Now, if we were to drive now, no. Jim and I wouldn't be driving to the state line of anything. Jim and I likes to let Casper the Friendly Ghost drive, so while he takes a nap. I was sleeping so good. Now keep in mind, this was a little Mercury Lynx, which a Mercury Lynx is about the size of the old two-door Honda Accords or the Corollas. No, it was a little hatchback. Almost the size of the Ford Festivas, if y'all remember what those were. Yeah. Yeah. He totaled his other Titan by letting Casper drive while he napped. Yes, they were tiny little cars. But you know what? I'm 5'6.5", but I'm probably losing the half within the next year or two, because normally it don't stay long. But I stretched myself as far out in that little bitty daggone Mercury Lynx as I could stretch, and I was sleeping good. Yes, yeah, kind of like a Yugo. Yep, it's about that size. But hey, it was good sleeping, and like he said, it was raining, and I was tired. Because let me tell you, I did not know that Texas got so blasted cold in the wintertime. Yeah, definitely not when you're driving. Put it this way. Hey, Tony. You're actually on. Awesome. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, Brady. The teeny tiny little things. But he took an entire front end of a full-size pickup truck. He had a '07 Titan. And, all right, so say this is the entire front end of his truck. He ran into the back of one of those box trucks, and then the front end of his truck was this big. His tires poked out further than anything on that truck when he let Casper drive while he napped. Thankfully, I say thankfully, I didn't have to deal with the aftermath. Well, he got away lucky. For me. To me, he got away lucky. He did break, was it 4 ribs, babe? Or 2 ribs? Right here where the seat belt was, you know, he cracked those ribs. But that's why we got another Titan, because Titans have such a great crumple zone. His engine and everything went down under him, under the cab of the truck. So when he squished it like an accordion, instead of coming back in his lap, it went like this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Couldn't laugh, couldn't cough. And he smoked, so you can imagine how uncomfortable that was if he had to have a coughing fit. Hey, Gemini, put a cork in it. You're married to me, so you should know anything goes, because there's never any telling what. I mean, yes, I am a yarn fiber channel, fabric, but you know, you don't watch my videos anymore, so you don't know just how off topic I get. Yeah, okay. I thought it was, I couldn't remember if it was 4 ribs or 2. I was better at counting things to your doctor yesterday than I am trying to remember those ribs. Well, what man doesn't like it to be all about him, right? We do. Even in comments, we talk about everything. But I like this so much better. This is really like hanging out with friends, so. Hey, Tony, what time is it over there? I'll tell you what. It's only 4:30 here. And I think I might have needed to have some protein or something for some energy. So 9, okay, not bad. Now by 9:18 my time, I'm ready to crash. So I don't even know how you on this live, darling. Oh, hush. I don't blame you. I really don't. I mean, I wake up with the crack of dawn, so I have to get to bed pretty. Oh no, I lost a stitch. Jeezy Pete. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay. I caught it. Maybe. Yeah. I put it like this. There's nothing that... Now, if there's something in particular that y'all do want me to cover, by all means, tell me. Now, I know people have asked me for tutorials. And I don't mind doing tutorials, but they feel very, very awkward to me. Oh, okay. Well, Jeezy Pete. Now, see, I cannot. I have tried to go to bed, like when our, in the middle of the summer, you know, recently, it's now starting to get darker, you know, minutes earlier. But I went to bed at, I want to say 8:30 one night, and it was bright as day out there. And I'm like, Jeezy Pete, I can't get to sleep with it too bright. So So I put my eye mask on and then was able to fall asleep. Okay, I could probably do that, Melissa. Now, I don't know if I would have to have music or something because Bella, she's more quiet of a machine than Sassy Sally over here. But it's still kind of loud. I mean, it's a sewing machine. Oh, yes, Brandy, look. I had to use E6000, but look, he's perfect. He is perfect. I'm so excited. I'm glad that I was able to get that fixed. Because, well, the super glue, thank you, Melissa. Brandy sent that to me. This super glue didn't work. And I was like, but I remembered that I had bought these, I had bought these little individual packs of E6000 before we closed the store. And I'm like, you know what? That should work perfect. It didn't say glass. I was taking a chance. It said jewelry, fabric, wood, and ceramic. But it worked on glass, thankfully. Because I love my little turtle. Yeah, it does. I used to think super glue fixed everything, but you're right. E6000 does. It does say, and I even said that, it might be the video coming out Monday. Because someone said they wanted one of these, and I said, it says 24 karat gold and genuine crystals on that little tag. So you're right. 22 karat gold trimming this little puppy. And he's beautiful. I love him. Uh-oh. Well, my tag fell off, but I'll put it back. Hi, Darlene. Welcome in. It is pretty, isn't it? She was a sweetheart. It shocked me that when she's like, open the first box. What? Because she wanted me to read the letter before I actually opened the second box of that in it. Hey, baby, can you bring me a sparkling ice, please? All right, sweetness. Thanks, Gina, for coming in. I appreciate that. Hey, what are you cooking for supper? Jim and I asked me after we left the haircut appointment, he asked me what we were having for dinner, and I'm thinking, I have no clue. We happened to be in Walmart because my daughter-in-law wanted to get a window unit for my grandson's room because she's finally letting him go to hopefully sleep in his own bed, in his own room. Hopefully. Cross y'all's fingers. But their central unit went out too, and I told him, I said, instead of spending $3,000 to $5,000 on a new unit, seriously, just use window units. It's cheaper electric bill in the long run too. So we had to go get him one of those. And ooh, I love beef stroganoff. Do you do that in the crock pot? Me too, Candy. Me too. But I made it simple. I was like, you want to have pork loin in the oven? Pork loin and onions? Oh, oops. Oh, really? Okay. I know. Now, okay, question. And I'm totally going to put myself out there and look like an idiot. I have never made, I have a recipe for beef stroganoff from scratch, but I've never tried it. I made it. It was in one of my dry canning videos, but I haven't tried it. So do you use a homemade recipe or do you use like Hamburger Helper? Because for years I used Hamburger Helper because that stuff was good. But my grandma used to make a handmade one, but she passed away when I was 16 and I never got her homemade recipe. And, you know, I was young. Didn't think about it, you know. Okay, good. I'm not the only one who cheats. Thank you, Brandy. Now I understand why you skillet, because, you know, that's pretty quick and easy. But I do want to try one in a crock pot. Oh, and let me tell you, that Asiago peppercorn, oh my gosh. It's a pre-seasoned tenderloin, and it is so good. Mike, Jim and I likes, baby, what is the Velveeta that you like? The Velveeta shells and cheese box dinner? Cheeseburger macaroni, I think? Now, I've not tried Velveeta brand beef stroganoff. I might try that. Yeah. I might have to try that, friend. Baby, they're all skillet dinners. The Velveeta, that's like Hamburger Helper is the thing for Betty Crocker. That works perfect. Thank you, baby. See, he even brought me my drink. I wouldn't trade him for the world. Now, I would sell him, I just wouldn't trade him. But the, oh y'all, this is good. Black raspberry sparkling ice. But I have to do this. Because I don't like how carbonated it is. I hope I'm not shaking the camera. But see, after I do that, and it, the fizz dies down, it's not as carbonated. But Gina, I was asking about the flavor you like of the skillet dinner. Was it cheeseburger macaroni or? Go look in the cabinet. I think I bought one the last time. I'm not super crazy about that one. Yes, you do. Now they have it at Food Line. I don't know if Food Line is in Florida. They have it at Walmart. It's called Marketplace is the brand name. And it's over there in the pork section. Double cheeseburger. There you go. No, that is not a stupid question. Because you know what? They get creative with how they place things, let me tell you. They'll have a seafood section in one spot, and then shrimp way over there, like Food Line. Food Line is famous for this. They have fresh seafood on one end of the meat counter, and then frozen shrimp at the other end of the meat counter. So, I get it. Okay. It is really good, though. It used to be Smithfield, I think, was the brand that they used to carry, but they stopped carrying that, and they carry Marketplace brand, which is just as good. It is really good. But I like Asiago cheese, and it just adds such good flavor because it's, you know, all prepackaged and it's marinated into that meat. Oh, it's so good. Talking about a fast and easy meal. Not fast, but definitely easy. You literally put it on a bed of onions, take it out of the pack, put a bed of onions, and pop it in the oven. Philly cheesesteak, huh? Okay. Now, Brandy, does the beef stroganoff and the Philly cheesesteak, do they both have the Velveeta cheese in them? Or is it just the Velveeta brand? Because I don't, you know.
I am the sun and the air.
All right. Baby, can you text Kat and make sure nothing's wrong? Okay, good. All right. I was hoping because I was about to say stroganoff has a white cream sauce, not cheese sauce. I mean, yeah, like Velveeta cheese. Now, Publix might have Asiago. I don't know. I haven't been in a Winn-Dixie in so long, honey. They closed all of our Winn-Dixies around here. I know, Gemini, I know, but Mirin doesn't have it in Florida. She has Walmart, Winn-Dixie, and Publix. Yeah, I'm getting there. But like I said, now with the pork loin, even though it's a small pork loin, a tenderloin, I still let it bake in the oven for an hour. Gemini lets it go about an hour and 10. But to me, that starts to, depending on how thick it is. If it's thick, it like that big. Oh yeah, that puppy's going in there for an hour and 10 minutes. But the one we have is about that tall tonight. Wasn't a huge one, so it's probably going to go in there for an hour. They used to, yeah, we had it. I liked it. That and Bilo. I loved Bilo's meat. But Bilo closed down in... Now, y'all should have had Bilo down there, right? Because Bilo was southeast. Brandy might even have Bilo. Tonight, I'm going to go out to my greenhouse and see if I have enough green beans. And I'm going to do herb roasted green beans in the oven with the... Not in the pork loin. I'm going to have it in a separate container. And then probably just another veggie. Okay. Bilo was in there. Oh, so that's... How long ago did you move down to Florida? From North Carolina? We just got a Lowe's Foods here in Aiken. Now Lexington up toward Columbia had it for a couple of years, but we just got a Lowe's. And I joke, I've not been in there, but I joke, I say everybody wants to go there because they have a bar. They have a coffee bar and a alcohol bar, to where you can sit there and have a drink before you go grocery shopping. I don't know if we have an IGA left. Wow, where's the wasp? Oh. Yeah, I mean, she can have... Give her a full... Is that... Okay. My daughter-in-law said there was wasp under my grandson's play set outside at their house, so she wanted some wasp spray. So I'm glad I had Gemini check with her. Okay. So 3 years. Yeah, that's... Are you adjusted to the heat down there now? Oh, so the bar actually carries wine. I thought it might be liquor or something. Like I said, I've never been into the Lowe's food here because they just finished it about 6 months ago. I hear you, Candy. But that's what I was telling my husband. I said, you know, what they do is they go and they have a drink so they can put up with the craziness of having to go grocery shopping. Right? Well, good. We actually had an IGA, and it was locally owned, but they closed that down probably about a year ago. No, 2 years ago. Ripped it out. Ripped it out. But it was a very old building, to be fair. It was very old. But they ripped it out, and now it's a Dollar General. Dollar Generals and Dollar Trees are, you spit around here and you're going to hit one. Heat gators and all. Now, do you live where that you see gators? Like I see squirrels. Not my mental ones. Not my mental ones. I see those everywhere. But, just, yeah, we have Aldi's too. In fact, I'm waiting on them to get their butter back at like $2.14, $2.40. Because I love their butter. Really? Now, I when we went to Miami, it was oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're gonna find water anywhere, everywhere they go, right? Now, what's funny though is not funny as in hilarious, but like ironic funny is there was some gated communities down in Florida that were complaining that the gators were getting into their little communal pond area, and I'm like, honey, you live in Florida, you have a pond. Gators are a sure thing. I don't care how gated your community is. Gators don't know gates. They don't know it. They'll find a way in. Gemini, if you're still here, are you taking that down to Cat, or is she coming to get it? Yeah, yeah. I'm not kidding you. I can look out this window right here, and I will see deer walking across the back of my property. I love it. I love it. Of course, my brother always wanted to hunt my property, and I told him no. He wasn't going to. I don't eat deer. A lot of my family does, and I guess if I ate deer, I would feel differently. But nah, nope, no hunting on my land, because we've had almost since the time we moved out here 20 years ago. We always have like a family of 5 or 6 deer that just come around. Now I know it's not the same ones, obviously, because they don't live that long. I don't think they can. I don't think they can live that long. Between hunters and cars. um, I've not seen any. I've not seen a single bear. No. Now, Brandy might. She's up toward the hills there. We've had the bobcats, coyotes, deer. I hear some howling, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a wolf. I think it's more of a howler breed. Oh, really? Honestly, but thankfully we do not have bears. Hey, well, I'm shocked that I actually got to do it. Let me tell you. I did try it on my laptop, but it didn't work, so I had to use my phone, unfortunately. But I'm glad to have you here. Well, at least you've never seen them, Brandy. I mean, I would probably poop myself. I'm not kidding, because they're so big. Now, I've seen them from a distance in the mountains when we travel to the mountains, but I've never seen them around here. So, moose, Now, when I lived in Alaska, I inadvertently came almost nose to nose with a moose. Now, I had no warning about how moose react to people. I'm walking around the side of the apartment that I was living in, and this is the second time I had went up there, because I lived up in Alaska twice. The second time, the apartment, me and my roommate, it was a duplex. It was a big old long concrete building, and we were on the left-hand side. So I went around the side to go get the trash can to pull it up to the road for trash day. I come walking around that thing, and I tried to stop, but I'm literally smelling this moose sniff at me. He blew at me, and I near about pooped my pants. Because this guy, his nose was like here, and I'm 5'6.5". So you imagine how big that is. He was huge, and I didn't know that they would chase humans. So I just stood there and looked at him and talked to him. But I will be the one that my tombstone will read, she said, "Here, kitty, kitty," to a tiger. Okay? I was wanting to pet the thing, because I'm a horse lover, and it's a form of a horse, right? You know? Oh. Now, I don't know if we have groundhogs, Melissa. We have some, I know we have moles, but... Well, thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. I talk about as much on here, apparently, as I do in my videos. So, see, I'm not the only one. Would you do that? Would you talk to a moose like you could pet him? So, after that, my brother, who lived in Alaska as well, he bought me a coffee mug. It was funny, okay? And it said, it had a moose antler for a handle, and it had 2 little ceramic things in the bottom of a cup. And he says, "I just wanted you to see what you probably would have left in your pants that day you met that moose." I'm like, you are not right. It was technically, what they did is they used dates in the bottom of the when they were making the coffee mug for moose turds. Yeah. My brother and his sense of humor. Oh, so you have a singular groundhog, huh? That might be why I don't see any here. I only see evidence of our moles. Not gonna lie. Well, you know, it is the circle of life and all, but it does bite. Ha! I mean, you know, of course the coyote bites, but it bites that the little guy might not survive long. I tell y'all what I want, and y'all see, well, you might not be able to see it. I have my squirrel, right? But I would love to have a little prairie dog. I've had hamsters, I've had guinea pigs, squirrels, doves, yeah, lizards, turtles, fish, cats, dogs, horses, goats, you know, all those normal things. But yeah, I would love to have me a little prairie dog. But I can't, you know, I'm not going to bring any animal in the house to upset Skittles. Anything new will have to wait till my girl is gone. Hey, Marie! Aw. A granny knit sweater. Explain that one. Well, see, I honestly, when I saw that, I did not know if that was a groundhog or a prairie dog. when I first saw that, because my son has had that poster for years, and this was his old room. So when I took everything down, painted the room, I said that one will stay with me because of the squirrel. A flying squirrel, oh, that would be so awesome. We've had many squirrels over the years. Oh, I know what. Are you talking about that little shirt cardigan thing that she just did? Or are you talking about the granny hexagon pattern she just released? Because I know she just released her written pattern for a hexagon cardigan. Oh. Don't feel bad. The very first hexagon cardigan I did, I was probably 19 rows in and thought I was going to be closing the sleeves, and I realized I had only done 5 points, so there was no sleeve. How did you get a sleeve with 5 points? You are the woman then. Is that little Frankenstein? I like that little emoji. That is cute. I am having a ball, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on, hanging out with me. Oh, and you know what? I'm not letting it bother me, but I am noticing that YouTube is still doing whatever they were doing, because in one day I lost 15 subscribers, and then the next day 10 of them were back. So I don't know what YouTube is doing right now. And I have been checking, oops, sorry. Woo, that was crazy. I've been checking daily on my subscribers my podcasters that I follow, so that YouTube doesn't kick me out. They kicked me off of 2, and I resubscribed on those. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Hey, Gwen. I hope so. I am having such fun hanging out with y'all that I probably will. As long as y'all will keep coming, I will keep doing them. I don't want to sit here and talk to myself. I mean, I do that, but I'm always talking to y'all on a video, so I know you're there. You just can't respond to me like this. Melissa, I'm going to tell you, if you do try it, a hexagon cardigan is the most fun. Now, my tutorial was a stupid 2 hours long because I didn't know how to break it down. It's a long time ago video. I mean, it's still there, but a hexagon cardigan is about the easiest and most, how can I say it? It's the easiest and most versatile pattern that you can do, because you can do all kind of different colors, you can do all kind of different stitches, and you literally just make 2 and combine them together. Do it, Melissa. You won't regret it. I promise. See? Even Marie says so. Yeah, I don't understand why YouTube is kicking everybody out. I do. I start on it. Now, when I go to do the Kitchener stitch to close in my toes, I will grab out my DPNs to finish my socks off. Right, Brandy? See, I knew that was the case. I knew it. And when you talk to yourself, nobody will argue with you, right? Perfect. She really does. Now, I will say this. I am a huge fan of Kelsey because she is 25 years old, but she is a beast. She works nonstop, and I love the way she explains things, because she breaks it down to where you don't feel like you're stupid, but it's so simple the way she explains things. Well, I wonder where you could get one of those, Melissa. Yeah, she is a sweetheart. But the fact that she has just bought her own house at 25. Now, Mike, sorry. Sorry, baby. Gemini and I, y'all know him. I've said Mike plenty of times. Mike and I, we bought our first house, I want to say, I was 20 and he was 21. Hold on. Yes. Yes. Because it was back in 93. So I was 20 and he was 21. But we were more, we were not the norm, okay? Mike is a beast. Mike would work all day every day if he had to. Oh, yeah. So okay, that butterfly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have made one, but I don't want to ruin it for Brandy, so I'm gonna wait until the video comes out. But yes, but you know what? I tell you what. I have, you know what? This purple would look super with that bag, especially if you're into purple. Now, I'm not going to say which one I did for Brandy's bag, but no, I'll wait. But yes, that actually, I will. You know what? I might go ahead. I have the Stitch. I have the kitty cats. I have the coffee. Oh, I didn't show y'all my ladybugs. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already working on 6 bags right now. So I might have to do that butterfly with purple after I finish those 6 bags. Hey, Kim. Wait, so you've never seen me before, Kim? Bless your heart. Hold on, pumpkin. I don't stop talking. But yeah, Melissa, I'll get that made and I'll show it. And if you want it, it's yours. Totally. That I can totally do that. Well, I'm glad you made it in, Kim. Yeah, so Melissa, Brandy said no rush. And okay, all right. Do me a favor, pop me a message in your address in my email. That way I can send you invoice when I make it. But Melissa, Brandy said no rush, right? I didn't read the letter on my video, but she's like, no rush. I know it's a lot, so don't feel rushed. I was so excited to work with those fabrics. They're all done. And I have 2 options for you, Brandy, on the Amazing Grace with 2 different colors on the bottom, so you can choose which one you want. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Marie, hey, did you see that that video that I did on Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and Walmart? The comparison video. Well, thank you, Brandy. No. You can't do that. You can't call me awesome. Sweetheart, you sent me all that fabric. No. No. You're awesome. Okay. So I even called you out. I'm like, whoa, Marie, look at there. Because it's little Highland cows. And I ended up getting it. But it has, it's unreachable right now. But it'll be on Monday's video. But it's a green background, so they're in the grass and stuff, and it has the moms and babies of the Highland cows. I was like, oh, I got to get it. There is one. There's one of Brandy's I haven't touched yet that she sent. Actually, there's two of Brandy's that I haven't touched yet that she sent me, and one is the chickens. Y'all, that chicken fabric is divine, and it's so super soft. I thought I had it close by, but nope. I put it over there with my chicken stuff, so I can't reach it. But it is so awesome. Well, I tell you what. You tell me after you, if you see the video Monday, you tell me if you want it. So, Lainey, that's your name? Hi, welcome. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having to look down on my laptop because it disappears so fast. Sweetheart, don't you worry about it. I can get it made and hold on till you're ready, okay? That is not a problem. In fact, I just had to hold on to one for another customer because she didn't have it at the moment. So don't you worry about it. But yeah, I tell you what, send me your address, and when you're ready for me to send you the invoice, just drop me another email, and I'll get it out to you. But you'll know it when you see it, especially if you watch Thursday's video, where I do the comparison video. Yeah, because as soon as I seen it, I'm like, nope, that's coming home with me. That and some chickens. Of course there was chickens. Good, huh? I'll have a stack, because right now I have a stack over here for the ones I've made that are on the website, just finished product. So I'll have to make another little section for pre-made, pre-custom orders, made custom orders for pre-billing. Yeah, that's it. Well, we can't have them getting lonely. Nope. Absolutely not. Really? Hey, that's a smart move because you do not want to be rushed. I don't blame you a bit. Oh, all right. Since y'all are here and I can ask you firsthand. So, I mentioned this in another video. Because Jim and I was saying, wow. And I thought my 3 to 5 days was a lot. What is it, Marie? Well, I'm waiting on you to answer that. Yeah, see? When I sell a bag, I want to take it off out of the rotation, right? So, what do y'all think about me putting up a bag and saying, look, it's not pre-made. This is a picture of ones I have made, and you can custom order things that way. That way, I don't have, because right now, I have a stock of like 10 to 12 bags over there, which is insane. I haven't had that many in a long time. So I would love to find out if, I should do that. I am in South Carolina, Lainey. Do a state call. We have North Carolina. We have, well, I'll be quiet so y'all can, yeah, y'all can do that. It's very hard for me to be quiet, so I'm going to sit here and talk to y'all and knit while y'all saying where y'all from. Kim, did you see Michael's had that same fabric that you and Brandy have, the Mickey Mouse fireworks print? Wow, that sounds awesome, Marie. Well, and I thought about that. And I had uploaded at the time all of the different prints that I had available for custom, but I couldn't figure out how to give them two custom options. So I could give them one custom option on their print fabric, but not their lower fabric, like the solid colors. So I wasn't sure how to do that on my website. That sounds fine, sweetheart. You just let me know. Now, how big are these things, Marie? Because you're saying they're huge. Where was you looking at fabrics, Kim? Mm-hmm. I want to know. Because y'all, I'm not even going to lie. I probably look at more fabrics and yarn online than I should. But I have. Do y'all remember that butterfly panel that I showed y'all? I have a whole bolt of that coming because I want to do a quilt or a duvet cover with that as my centerpiece, and then I'm going to take them same panels and cut them into hexagons. So I'm going to do 6 pieces in each hexagon, but it's going to be different parts of the pattern. I'm so excited. So see, I'm not the only one, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, I see that, Brandy. But see, and Etsy's great, but their prices are stupid crazy sometimes. I have seen fabric that I wanted on there, but it was like $16, $14 to $16 a yard. I'm like, no, that's too crazy. Wow. Yep. It will. It'll get you in trouble on Etsy. So, okay. A full-size bulldog. Holy mackerel. I couldn't even imagine. Really? Now, you said, okay, Tennessee. That's where I got the, that blue Christmas tree sparkly fabric. And that was $30 for 2 yards. So it was up there. Yes, plus shipping. But you know what? If you're gonna, they should give you like a discounted rate if you're buying all that on Etsy, especially if you're buying it from the same vendor. Now I have ordered off Etsy. I ordered that panel off Etsy, but I got that cheap. They don't have any more. and the only other people that have it were like 10, 11 bucks, which isn't bad for a panel. But you have to consider this panel is not even a half yard wide. So I paid like 7, 8 bucks, I think, for it, and plus the $5 shipping, and so it's like $12 for the panel. But it was so worth it when I got it in my hands, because I went looking, and I went to my supplier and said, "Do y'all have this?" And they're like, "Yes." So I got a whole bolt coming, and they're telling how long it's going to take. And that quilt top, or that duvet cover, is still going to cost me well over $100, but it's okay. See, now, Dixon, Tennessee. Holy crap, Brandy. Good golly, Miss Molly. Now, where's Dixon? Is that anywhere near where I was on the east side of Tennessee? Or the southeast side of Tennessee? Yeah, I don't blame you, Melissa. Now, are you talking like crochet patterns? Because doesn't Ravelry sell patterns too? Or is that just free patterns? No, Ravelry has paid patterns. But there was a whole lot of drama with Ravelry back in a couple years ago, so. West of Nashville, okay. Well, Brandy, I'm telling you, that fabric is. I have not worked with any of those fabrics you sent me that were rough, that were thin, that they're great fabric, I gotta say. You didn't hurt yourself with those. But Jeezy Pete, woman, that was too much. Oh my goodness. Oh no, what? I just heard a hawk out there. I mean, it's stormy, the clouds are all dark and everything, but there's a hawk flying around out there. Oh. Same here, Brandy, but you know what? Sometimes. Now, I have restrained myself a little bit because I spent so much at the very tail end of our closing that I didn't want to give poor Mike a heart attack. He was already like, what? What? So yeah, I understand. But playing can get expensive. Most definitely. Okay. Yeah. Isn't that a word? I swear I thought it was. We'll call it that, right? Now, I don't know how long that's going to last. Well, technically, it's not. Um, it's a word. It's just not really in my vocabulary very much. Because it doesn't even work. I mean, I say the word, but let me tell you. Y'all seen the fabric that I've been bringing in? I am being more conservative because I'm not on a band. I'm not gonna lie. I said I was not gonna buy anything at first, I really did. I know. But I said I wasn't going to buy anything. And, you know, I think we were closed 2 weeks. And I was already buying fabric. I don't think I've bought any yarn since. Oops. I hit the tripod again. I don't think I've bought any yarn though. Which is amazing. It is amazing. But I'm also doing a lot more sewing right now than I am knitting and crochet. Actually, no, you know what? I bought this. I bought that, the Premier sock kit. And what else did I buy from Premier, y'all? He is. He really is. Because, let me tell you, I'm sitting there. We're in, I can't remember if it was North Columbia or West Columbia. One of the, I don't even remember which one. But we were sitting there, ooh. What did you get, Brandy, from Premier? They just had that really good sale going, but I did stop myself from that one. I really did. Like I said, I don't remember whether it was West Columbia or North Columbia, but we were in there, and I was like, you know, well, this, I could get this for this and this for this. And he's pulling bolts off the shelf, showing them to me. Baby, look at this, look at this, look at this. So yes, he is a very big enabler. Okay, socks are very fun. Now, do you have a beginner pattern? Because, like I was telling Melissa, the very first pattern I ever did was Easy Peasy Socks. And I think, let me see if it's on, let me see where it's at, because that is the best pattern. And you can even try it in worsted weight if you're not comfortable using fingering weight yarn yet. But if you're used to fingering weight, you can still do it in fingering weight. You just have to know your gauge in the fingering weight and your sock measurements. Exactly, Lainey. Exactly. Alright. So, let me see. Can I add a link into the chat? We're going to find out. Ha! There you go. Okay. Melissa, that's for you too, sweetheart. But the only advice Okay. So that's the biggest advice I have. Try that pattern, because this right here, that's all I've ever done. It's just a plain vanilla pattern. And I figured out my measurements for my foot and my gauge, and I got my numbers from that. But it is just perfect for a beginner to learn socks. Now, I don't use that heel, because that's got a heel flap and gusset. I use a no wrap, no turn heel. And if you want the link to that, I can send you that too. Okay, hold on. Wait. Did I miss you, Brandy? Okay, no, I didn't. Alright, I have a question for y'all that are using the, because I was trying to find the Posh Pearl that Michael's picked up that's supposed to be Big Twish Posh. I'm trying to find a perfect brown for my squirrel. I did that little bitty one as a test run, but I would like to have one about that big, so I know I'm going to have to use chenille yarn. But who would have a good brown? Oh, you got 18 of the new Parfait plush? Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches was showing that the other day, and I was like, oh, that looks so, so soft. Okay. I will grab that for you, Marie, real quick. And it's funny, it's still in my history, so the only thing I have to do is click it. Let's see. I think this is her. Yep, this is her. Alright, good. I can't see y'all's chat right now, so if y'all are saying something, I'm sorry. Because I am grabbing this real quick. There we go. That heel right there, it's like it's similar to the fish lips kiss heel or whatever it is, but it's one of these type heels done on the diagonal, so you don't have to do that whole heel flap and gusset. Heel flap and gusset, everybody says that that's what beginners need to do, but to me that was the hardest part of the sock. Six white, 6 purple, and 6 teal. Ooh, I love those colors. Okay, see, when I went to my Michaels, they didn't have it. So thank you, Candy. I'll see if I might be able to order that off the website. Yeah, that's what Cinnamon Stitches Jennifer was saying, that it's not the same as the Big Twist Posh, but it was close. It just wasn't the same. The texture was different. Yeah, exactly. But see, I have the velvet. I think it's Bernat velvet, but I have it in dinosaur green and gray. Now, and like I said in my videos, our eastern squirrels are grayish brown, so that is way too gray, because that gray is like a steel gray. Okay. So are you talking about the Premier Parfait? Yeah, I never used the Posh either, Candy. So I don't have a frame of reference to know. It was one of our biggest sellers at Joann's. The Posh was. We couldn't keep it in stock. But I don't really do amigurumi, so I've never had a need for it, and I'm not gonna really do amigurumi now. I just want a bigger version of my little my little squirrel. Okay. So basically, Michael screwed up both. Okay. Yeah. Does it feel like a powdery kind of dry? It does make sense. Yeah. Okay. So that's why sometimes I don't like the blanket yarn, because it feels really powdery. Okay. Well, good to know it doesn't shed though. So wait a minute. The Cozy Cub is closer to the old Posh in size? Yeah, I have heard that. I mean, I don't see why they had the recipe for a perfect yarn. If they were going to buy the intellectual property, why didn't they keep it the same? Even if they had to go to the same manufacturer to get that same quality, they would have had a bestseller and put it under the loops and threads line like they have. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I loved the value yarn and the living. Now, if they could bring those two back, but see, if they've screwed up this much with the Posh and the Baby Bear, I don't hold out hope. Because for a lot of people, even the Big Twist Value was better than the Red Heart Super Saver in feel. Y'all, I have been sitting here running my mouth with y'all for 2 hours. I love it though. I can't complain. But I might have to get off here in a second and start dinner. Because like I said, that pork loin is going to take about an hour. Right. Okay. So Hirschner said that they were buying out the rights to the Big Twist yarn, to the value. So I don't know if Joanne or Great American, who bought out Joanne, I don't know if they were piecing out the Big Twist line and Michael's only got the Posh and the Baby Bear. But if Hirschner's carries the Big Twist line as itself, they might have bought that section. Because I emailed one of their buyers, and when she emailed me back, I even put this in a video, she emailed me back and said that they were buying the rights to the Big Twist yarn. She didn't specify that it would be the value. She just says she didn't know what they were going to be carrying at the moment, but they were going to be carrying the value for sure. So that didn't tell me anything. And then Michaels comes out and starts talking about that they bought out the intellectual property and that they're going to bring back the the Posh and the Baby Bear and whatnot. It does. It really does, Brandy. Premier Spun Colors. Okay. Alright. Agate. Hold on. Little handy dandy notepad, because y'all know I have to have it. Alright. You said Premier Spun Agate. Is that how you say it? Agate? 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 Alright, I will definitely look that up. Yeah, I'm thinking that's kind of more what it is, Kim. I got you, Marie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, they have the Supernova too? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, like I said, I really haven't bought yarn. I only bought the Premier for one, because I wanted to help out Hannah under her affiliate link. And I wanted to try that new sock yarn that I did. I showed y'all that sock that I did in the prep school. I loved it. And then I wanted free shipping. So, of course, I bought more sock yarn. And I bought 2 easels, a Philly, and then I bought the sugar sake. But I haven't bought any actual acrylic right now. You know what? That's a good point. They might have only bought what they still had at the manufacturer's warehouse. So, yeah. Yeah, because I noticed it was still under that label. Hirschner's hasn't put it under their label. Hi, Dawn. Yeah. I almost said DD too. Nemo D. Oh, okay. Nemo D for Dawn. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm a little slow in the uptake sometimes, y'all. And it is late. I mean, normally by this time my brain has ceased functioning. It functions enough for dinner, and that's about it. Then I come here and find out what I can get into. Like tonight, all of these that I've cut, I'm going to get them interfaced and everything. I probably won't do any sewing tonight because it's been a long day. Yesterday was super long too, so I'm just kind of chilling. But you caught me at the tail end of it, Dawn. Because we've been doing this for like... Sorry. We've been doing this for over 2 hours. If y'all want me to, honey, I will do it because I have had a blast. I did stay... I did stay more than 15 minutes, and I'm glad too. You know what? It's kind of like Lynn and Mike and Adam. But yes, you're right. Dawn is very, very popular. Okay. I'll do that, Kim. I'll definitely do that. Thank you. I had a blast. And, thank y'all for your input on these bags because I'm definitely going to have to do 2 for those coffees. Most definitely. But I'm going to get off here. And, like I said, Dawn, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I just had mentioned that I needed to get off here and cook dinner. But we will do this again, okay? And I don't know if y'all would rather me schedule one or just kind of hang out until anybody and everybody sees it. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. I'm glad you checked, Marie. Hold on. Ah, shoot. You are right. All right. I'm going to grab... Why is that the same? That makes no sense. I'm looking at the website. And up on the top, it still has the Ravelry. Oh, here we go. Okay. This'll work. I'm glad you checked, sweetness. Because I would have got off here, and it would have been not the right link. Just let me know when you get it. So, Melissa, there's the other... That's the link to the no wrap, no turn heel. Now, that is easy. Like I said, if you could do the heel and gusset, heel flap and gusset on the easy peasy, Melissa, then you'll be able to do this one. But this was a lot easier for me as a new sock maker. Thank you, Kim. You too, sweetness. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm going to make dinner. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, Becca. I didn't know you were in here, sweetness. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming. All right. Y'all have a good one, okay? And I'm going to try to see if I can make this replayable or if anybody wants to see it. All right? Bye. I'm going to have to take you off the tripod. Let's see.